You were never meant to shoot this film. This is Kodak SO-078 film, but you didn't hear that from me. Okay, why all the subterfuge? Well, this is not really a top secret film per se, but the SO in SO-078 stands for Special Order, which means this film was never really intended for the mass market or to be shot by regular consumers. So if this film was not meant to be shot by regular people like you and me, well, what was it used for? There is reckless speculation on the interwebs that says this film may have been used by the military, could have been used by NASA, or maybe even counterintelligence or espionage purposes. Okay, so how did I get my hands on this film? Well, my buddy Eric, who is Campy Only Guy on Instagram and Bikes Camera Action here on YouTube, reached out in a DM and said he had this Kodak SO-078 film and asked me if I wanted him to send me a couple rolls, and I of course said sure. But if this film was never intended for the general public, well then how did Eric get it? Turns out he picked up a big bulk roll off of eBay, but what if you just want to have ready to shoot cassettes, just regular rolls of film without having to roll your own like a hippie? Well, you've got options. You can find SO-078 in individual rolls on eBay. AndersonIslandFilms.com sells it as Cypher 25. Ultrafine Online has it as Liminality 250. And the Celluloid Collective did sell it as Formula X, although at the time I'm recording this, it's sold out. They do restock films from time to time, so you may want to check them out in the future to see if they have it again in stock. This film was originally rated at ISO 400, but that was years, decades ago. Mine expired in 2004. So there is some question as to what ISO you should rate this at if you're going to shoot it today. And if you look online for advice, you're going to get suggestions all over the place. Anderson Island suggests shooting it between 25 and 50, with 32 being recommended. Celluloid Collective says ISO 200 is the way to go. Ultrafine Online suggests that you shoot it at ISO 250. Eric tested it at 200 and 400, and he said he liked the 400 speed the best. So I took his recommendation, but just dialed back a little bit and shot it at 320. And if I ever shoot this film again, I think next time I'm going to give it a little bit more light, shoot it at ISO 200, maybe 250. What I didn't take into account about Eric's recommendation of ISO 400 is his development process. You see, he actually develops his with the FPP Super Monobath cooked all the way up to 78 degrees at 8 minutes. I develop mine like I do all my black and white films with Kodak HC110 Dilution B, and I used to time as 6 minutes. So if I use the same developer, same times, I think next time I'd probably shoot it again, maybe closer to 200. Having said that, I really did like the look of this film. It has grain that is noticeable but not distracting. Its contrast is medium or moderate. And probably the biggest thing I liked about it, and Eric mentioned this to me, some of the shots have a nice little glow about them. So you will see in some of the shots kind of a luminous quality, which I thought was pretty cool. Some people online have ascribed this to a weak anti-halation flare. But instead of just talking about the look, I think a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you now some highlights of the rolls that I shot in my Canon Elan 7E. Here is Kodak SO-078. Big thanks to my buddy Eric for sending me this film. Check him out on Instagram at CampyOnlyGuy or here on YouTube as Bikes, Cameras, Action. And if you want to pick up some of this film for yourself, I've got links in the description. If you want to find out about more weird films like this, make sure you subscribe to this channel, where I now have over 500 free videos all about film photography with many more to come. Until next time, do some good, have some fun, and shoot some film.